Hello, happy Monday. I wanted to briefly talk about the post office situation, which just I've followed for years and years. It's bizarre, really, because there's a ITV drama at the moment, which is covering this story, and it's just astonishing that the government have finally been prompted into action of some sort by a TV show, which has really kind of ruffled feathers at the top in a way that they that they haven't quite been able to ignore this time, as they have done for however long this has all been going on. I think it's maybe 15, possibly even 20 years. So postmasters and postmistresses, sub-postmasters and sub-postmistresses were found in their hundreds, if not thousands, to have been basically skimming off the top of post office money, and the outcome is, and I've known this for years, and the government and the post office have denied it for years, but the whole thing was just a complete whitewash from the powers that be. It all started with one basic lie from the post office when they installed the new Horizon system, supplied to them by Fujitsu, which was basically software accounting. The lie was that nobody had any form of access to each sub-postmaster's computer system, and that wasn't true. And as a result of the lie, it's just carnage what's gone on. Hundreds of convictions, some imprisonments, some suicides. Some people have basically been killed by the long-term stress of it all. And it's just been a complete mess. And still now, it's amazing that the post office were given, I think, £100 million in funding to fight this case that was brought. I think it was kind of a class action brought against them by all of the victims of the lie. Fujitsu as a company have said virtually nothing about it in all the time that this has been going on. They know very well there was a whistleblower within their company who did point out to them that there was a glitch in the system of this accounting software. He was ignored and moved to a different job within the company. That was years and years ago. And yeah, Fujitsu have said virtually nothing about it. They know exactly that they've made a massive cock-up that has cost a ridiculous amount of people's well-being, livelihoods, probably even their homes and their kind of life security. It's a disgrace. It's been quite well covered on the news today. So I've been keeping an ear on that while I've been sort of driving around for work. Some people actually pleaded guilty to. I was listening to the story of one lady today who was due to start trial for theft and false accounting, and at the last minute the CPS offered her a plea deal whereby she pleaded guilty to false accounting, and not and was the theft charge was dropped, but she had to pay back £36,000 that had gone missing, that she'd never touched, and that money is now in the profit and loss account for the post office. They've been told to pay those bunches of money back to the people who were wronged. They had, for some wacky reason, they had until August this year to do that. It's just emerged that they've now extended that deadline until August 2025, which is ridiculous. This isn't compensation, by the way. This is people's personal money that they used to try and right the wrong that they thought they had done, or they believed that the law said they had made, when actually they knew that they were innocent, but they were fighting against giants, and they were a bunch of Davids who just got trounced. Yeah, like I said, some people have been to prison over this. There isn't even a system in place right now for everybody to be to have their convictions quashed in one hit. They all have to apply individually. It's just a farce. There are cabinet ministers and MPs who have blatantly lied throughout this kind of story. They can't lie anymore, but they're very silent. Their silence is deafening. Yeah, just what a mess, and what a scandal that it takes a TV program, fact-based fiction, if you like, to sort of stir this hornet's nest up again and hold the powers that be to account. Interesting, one person's comment this morning saying that, yeah, it's an election year this year, and that's why the government are all of a sudden making noise about all this, when they've had years and years and years and have done nothing. Yeah, it's just an absolute shocker. Ultimately, what will happen is that all these convictions will be quashed. Some people have had full compensation paid to them already. Some people haven't. So, most people have had interim payments when they know they're due for large sums. The interim payments are just piecemeal. I don't really understand why the post office and or the government are dragging their feet. Just, you know, the money is not going to take away the horror show in general, but at least get on with it and do that side of it. My hunch is that compensation will likely all be dealt with before the general election, which probably is going to be, I think, in November. It's difficult to kind of gauge, but I would say November. Yeah, it's just a complete scandal, and I just thought I'd make a comment on that. I don't know a massive amount about it, but what I have said today is what I know to be true. And yeah, it's just about time that the powers that be got off their arse and sorted all this out, because so many lives have been ruined, impacted. As I say, there's been suicides, there's been people that have gone and served time in prison for nothing except a bad piece of computer engineering, which is what it boils down to. Bad writing in computer program. Shocking. Just thought I'd mention that today. I don't know who's been watching the TV show on ITV, but it's had good reviews, and so hopefully you're enjoying it. I'm sorry I've missed that. More from me later. Have a great day, everybody. Ciao.